Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going through P6 Science Prelim 2024 Pei Chun exam paper. So over here we have question number 21. So Sam cool liquid substance N from 100 degrees in a room. The room temperature was 30. Okay. And he observed some solid N appear in a glass tube at 78 degrees as shown. So both liquid and solid substance N's in the tube were at 78 degrees Celsius. So this is a stage where you can see it's kind of like a transition state. That means they are existing between liquid and plus solid. Okay, liquid between solid, and this happens when the substance ends was cooled down from 100 degrees Celsius to 78. So you can see that the temperature actually decreases. So definitely this thing lost heat. Okay, or rather substance N lost heat. So now they ask you what will happen to the temperature of the liquid, not N, not solid substance N, but the liquid. Okay, after a while. Okay, after a while, if you take a look, the temperature of this liquid will actually remain at 78 degrees. And why is this so? Because over here, when you are placing this substance, or 100 degrees at first, over here, and you put it in a surrounding room with 30 degrees Celsius, it will start to lose heat, or the heat from substance N will be transferred to the surrounding, and it will lose heat while the surrounding will gain heat from the substance itself. So this thing will lose heat. It lost heat until 78 degrees, and it started to do a phase change, or a state change. So let me show it to you on this part. If I were to draw a line graph, this is how the whole thing look like. This is time. This is temperature time graph. So at first it's 100. Then it reached to 78 degrees. And then this process over here is actually what we call a phase change of state. And since the temperature here is actually decreasing, so this part should be freezing. The liquid is actually freezing into a solid. So for this liquid, it will always remain at a fixed temperature at its freezing point, which is at 78 degrees Celsius. While when will the temperature will start to decrease fully is when the whole thing becomes solid, and then it will continue to lose heat to the surrounding, and the temperature will start to drop again. So after it freezes completely, the temperature will start to drop again to 30 degrees. Let's say here will be 30 degrees Celsius. But when we are talking about here, this part black color, this part will be fully solid, because the freezing has completed. But this right now, at this part, the question is actually asking about this blue color part over here. So it is continuous. It is continuous. It is happening. So over here, the temperature of that liquid alone, because it's still in the freezing stage, it will remain unchanged. That's correct. It will not decrease. It will remain unchanged. And why it remain unchanged is not because it did not lose heat. It did lose heat, but it is at a freezing stage. So the temperature will remain fixed. The heat gain. The heat lost by the liquid is used to change the state. In this case, so the answer will be strictly number 3. This is actually a tough question. So if I were to remodify this question, let's say what will happen. If I were to remodify, let's say what will happen to the solid temperature of the solid, the temperature of the solid will decrease, assuming that the whole material has already freeze completely. Then the temperature will start to decrease, and it will reach the room temperature. This is when it is what happened when it's number 1 fully solid. There's no liquid left, so it's not changing state. The change of state already completed. So it's after freezing. Okay, so if that will be the option, it will be decrease. Then the reason is because the solid will lose heat to the surrounding until it reaches the room temperature. Okay, so with that, thank you very much.